Welcome back to another video, my friend. I'm Blake and you're you, and this is Jund Land Destruction Bombardment in Explorer. So this is just a wacky homebrew that I'm building today, and I want to walk you through some of the little combo pieces I'm doing. So first off, I wanted to pair Arcane Bombardment, the 6-mana enchantment that whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard, then copy each exiled card with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of the copies without paying the mana cost. So if you're watching this video, you're probably familiar, but you're going to get a bunch of spells for free if you're playing this deck right. And then I wanted to pair that with some crazy land destruction things. And I landed on Bedeck Bedazzle, a weird card that can be cast two ways. You can cast it as Bedeck, which is 2 mana, give target creature +3/-3, so it acts as removal early on, and then the Bedazzle side, for 6 mana, you get to destroy target non-basic land, and Bedazzle deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. So that is the main cards we're building around today, and we want to lean in a little more to the land destruction side. So along with that, we are running 2 Waking the Trolls. This is the 6 mana enchantment. On the first iteration, you just destroy a land. The second one, you can put a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield, so you can get whatever land you destroyed, and then you choose target opponent if they control fewer lands than you, create a number of 4/4 green troll warrior creature tokens with trample equal to the difference. Very powerful if you get it to go off. And then our other 1 land destruction card is we're running 3 Rubble Reading. The reason we're running this is that Bedazzle only hits a non-basic land. So this will help us get rid of those pesky basics people are running, and it's just a simple 4 mana sorcery, destroy target land, scry 2. Obviously casting this straight up, not a very good trade, but if we can tuck it in with a discard effect like Big Score, which is going to discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasure tokens, or our Heirloom Mirrors, which can pay 1, pay a life, discard a card, draw a card, mill a card, then put a ritual counter on it. Then it starts to get awesome when we pair it with other instants and sorceries. Now that rolls into our 2 adventure creatures. They can be sorcery or instant on the first side, like Lovestruck Beast and Bonecrusher Giant, I'm sure you're familiar with. Both get to trigger that instant or sorcery side on the front side and are just good mid-rangey creatures to get us to that Arcane Bombardment if we draw it early on. Now, in the late game, we have 2 Escape to the Wilds to effectively draw us 5 cards off the top of the library when we're digging for that bombardment when we haven't hit it yet. We also are running 4 Emergent Sequence as the 1 2-drop sorcery I could find to ramp us, because if we wanted to turn on Arcane Bombardment, it brings a land onto the field. It is vulnerable as a creature, but I think it's a good trade-off being at 2 mana, bringing us a land and a sorcery. And then also just to keep us with some tempo, 4 Heartless Act to destroy any annoying pesky creatures. Now looking at our lands, I do need to add a couple Field of Ruins, I am realizing. So let's do that right here in live time. We're going to add a playset of Field of Ruin because that card is really good in a land destruction deck. You make people play all of their basics. We're just going to play a whole playset of these, and then we'll get rid of a swamp, 2 mountains, and a forest. And then other lands that I'm running are just all the lands that I have access to. So I've got several shocks and a couple pathways in there, but I think you can make it work with just about anything. So before we jump into the video, I do have one favor to ask of you. I'm trying to grow this channel to be monetized, and the biggest, hardest thing to do with that is getting subscribers. So I know subscribing doesn't really mean a lot on YouTube. I don't use the subscribe button to have a nice feed or anything, but if you're willing to do that, it would help me out a lot, and I would really appreciate it. So without further ado or commercials by me, let's jump into some games so you can see what this deck can do. Okay, turn 1, we can ramp with the sequence. We've got Bombardment in hand, Lovestruck Beast to hold us off. I think even though 2 lands isn't ideal, I think this is good enough to keep. And that's actually pretty good, so we'll put in one of these tapped. I guess I could have played the Lovestruck Beast first, but I think it's okay to just play pretty slow here. You'll notice we were in gold. We're in the pretty early stages of a season here. We're in the first week, and so that is what we are doing right now. Let's get another land out. Let's see, what kind of colors do I need? Double red I need for bombardment, and I have all my other colors. We have double red there, that'll make double black. Let's just go get a nice mountain then, put that onto the battlefield, and then see what our opponent is doing. They're playing maybe Transmogrify. If I see the briefcase, I'm a little worried about, so I might need to hold up a Heartless Act next turn. Unless they have Transmogrify now, then they might just win. So that could be pretty bad for us. Prismari Command, sure, takes away our ramp, which is a little sad, but I think we can fight through that. I do think we can fight through that. What's in there? Okay, just lands they've discarded. We are going to play this land untapped, and then we will make this guy, and then we're going to hold up Heartless Act just in case it is that Transmogrify deck. We need a target to hit this citizen. Fire Prophecy. They are going all out on making sure we have no creatures, but I think really they're trying to cycle through here. They put something on the bottom. We don't get to know what that is, so that's fine. Okay. I think here, just because I am pretty nervous about the Transmogrify, we don't need to get our Beast out yet. They're only pinging us for 1. So we're going to hold up the option to Big Score or Heartless Act. I think both of those are pretty solid options for us. Fable, they can have. Yep, we don't really have much we can do about that anyway. I think big scoring here is pretty good. So big score, we're going to try to draw land number 5 here. Okay, sure. We get our 2 treasures is pretty nice. My turn. Okay, what's the roll here? I still am leaning towards just wanting to hold up a nice Heartless Act because I'm almost sure this is Transmogrify. So let's put up a blocker, and then we're just going to chill here, holding up Heartless Act while we wait to draw into some lands. And they are cycling through a ton of cards here. So that's putting in a lot of work. And there's just the regular old Agent of Treachery, so it is definitely Transmogrify. That's pretty unfortunate. They're going to get to snatch one of our lands. Very sad. So we're going to use that to destroy the Agent. And then we've got to play pretty fast here, because that is backbreaking. Yeah, make your treasure. Go ahead. Luckily, they are pretty low on cards now. So that's our one saving grace. I think we just have to escape to the wilds, try to draw into some cards here. We can stabilize, I think, if we can get out our bombardment and get some spells under it before they do the agent thing again. I think we can win. Them stealing land does hurt. Ugh. Okay, that's going to be pretty impossible to come back from. You're going to steal another land. Alright. Sure. We didn't hit another land over here. It's really sad. No blocks right now. They can just copy the agent, too. So that's just really bad. Is there anything we can do about that? Probably not really. I guess we just throw out a bombardment and hope for the best, because they actually just win, I think. Or, I mean, they get to draw a bunch of cards because they're going to own 3 of our permanents, which we can blow one of them up next turn. And then that will be really good. So, we could come back. We're in a pretty tough position, though. Oh, they just steal that. Yeah, good game. Okay, let's get another one. That was not very good. Okay, turn 1, no red mana, but we can ramp to it. We've got that Lovestruck Beast token coming down turn 1. I think this is a fine enough hand for us to keep, even though it is a 2-lander, which is a touch risky, but seeing the emergent sequence makes me be willing to try it out. Maybe you don't run this, and maybe you instead just run the Wolfwillow Haven, because when it does get KO'd, it's pretty brutal. And maybe you have enough instants and sorceries between the Bonecrushers and stuff. I could certainly be convinced that that's the right way to go. So, what do you guys think? If you're still watching, let me know in the comment section if you think Emergent Sequence is good enough. It's probably not good enough. It's so vulnerable. But I like that it's a sorcery that can turn on bombardment shenanigans later down the road. Killer Cat, what say you? What say you, Killer Cat? Slow day on the arena today, I suppose. Okay. Also seeing green. Turn 1 elf, quite nice for them. Nope, I wanted the swampity. Bring on a mountain. Hope we draw land next turn. If you want to trade, I'll take that trade. Take away your ramp, but I doubt they do. Okay, we've got all 3 colors. The mountain is vulnerable. Herald, so this is Elves Tribal. Do we bedazzle that? Probably not yet. Probably not bedazzling yet. We're probably just chilling here. Playing, hitting whatever threat they play. Yeah, Circle of Dream Druids seems good enough to hit. That's going to be a lot of mana. Herald unites the elves. Mill 3 cards, put an elf from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each elf. That seems good. That seems pretty good. Hopefully they whiff on elves. There's a druid. I'm assuming that's an elf. Yep, so they can put that in. Let's go ahead and bedazzle that. That seems dangerous. Adding a bunch of mana seems dangerous. They are going to get to beef these guys up, so we're probably going to be ready to KO Herald next turn. Yep, go ahead, get your damage in. Would have loved to see a land there. That's unfortunate, but we can hold them off. Probably going to shock this, I think, is the way to go. Yeah, we'll shock this now so that it doesn't get any counters. I think that's the way to go. And we're just playing slow, trying to hold them off until we get down our bombardment. Ooh. Collected Company is probably going to be real good in this deck. Bring out your 2 best elves you can find. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Very good, very good. Maybe I should run some sweepers in this deck. Holy cow. That's too good. Does 4 mana do us any good? That would allow us to Heartless Act. Well, we can't Heartless Act anything anyway. So I'm probably not doing that. I'm probably just waiting for the best bedazzle target. Probably just bedazzling the best target. I love saying that, bedazzle. You guys remember those bedazzler things where you put the gems on all your clothes or whatever? Okay, let's do this now. I think it has to be the Avenger because it's drawing the cards. We're at 4 mana. Next turn, if we could draw 1 more land, we can escape into the wilds. Okay. They're going to go super duper wide. Super duper wide here. So that's nice for them. This will be tough. This will be tough. We can slap down a couple of these bad boys. So that's nice. Which if we don't draw, I think that's our play. I think we just put down a Lovestruck Beast. At least give us a big blocker. Okay. Sure. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that that last stage of that saga did that. That's very good. Very nice. Very nice. Now we do not even have... Oof. That's probably another L on the day. This deck is not really rolling, guys. Not really rolling very well, is it? Maybe we need to make some adjustments. Oh my gosh. We're going to give it to him. And we're going to go back to the drawing board. Let's go back into that deck editor and make a couple changes and see if we can't get this deck to work. So you guys are going to see some live gameplay edits here. A new thing on the channel. Let's see the deck editor. So we're just going in here, and I think first off, what I want to do is I want to get rid of Emergent Sequence. I think it's not good enough. I don't need that, that's for sure. So the question is, what do we do for ramp? I think I want to go Paradise Druid, because it has Hexproof and can be any of our 3 colors. We also, I think, just need a little better board presence early on. So I want to maybe lower the curve with some threats, or maybe just something a little more threatening. Maybe I just need to play it slightly differently. So these act as pretty good early removal, so maybe we can cut 2 Heartless Act, and what's just a good 2-mana threat? What's just a good 2-mana card? Something generically solid that will hold the line for us. What gets played? What gets played here? Or maybe something even that draws us cards. That could be kind of good. Ooh, I like this. Mire Triton. It will mill us 2 cards and gain us some life, and it's a Death Touch blocker. We're going to try that. And then from there, is there anything else to cut? Waking of the Trolls is just a lot at 6 mana, so let's actually cut that. And we're going to go more in on the Bedazzle and Rubble Rousing play. And then let's add 2 Fables of the Mirror Breakers, because those can make treasures ramp us, and it's just an overall great card. Okay, let's try this. Let's see in the next game. Okay, version 2.0 here sees us ramping into Paradise Druid. Keeping 2 lands is a touch risky, but I'm a risky kind of player. We already have Bedeck and Paradise Druid turned on. You know what? Maybe we also should jump up to 25 or 26 lands in this deck, because you really want to hit all your land drops on curve. It seems pretty important to get to that high mana cost of 6. Ooh, Thoughtseize. That's pretty bad. See what they're going to get here. I would love it if they just throw that Bedeck Bedazzle in there. We want that in there. Anyway, they'll probably hit Fable, though. Is probably the best thing to get. Or Paradise Druid is a great choice. Good for them. If we can draw a land and put down a Fable, I'll feel pretty good. That will cycle us through, get us a treasure out. That'll be pretty good. Double Rubble Reading is not very good. If we could have ramped into Rubble Reading, that would have been pretty cool. Looks like they're struggling to draw that next land, so ramping into Rubble Reading could have been pretty good, I think, actually. That would have been an interesting tempo play. Man, are you serious? I hate getting double Thoughtseized. That's brutal. Toss the Rubble Reading in there, man. It's going to get Fable now for sure. Sad. Sad. That's not good for us, guys. This is just really bad now. Thoughtseize just messes up your whole plan. Messes up the whole plan. I do think I want to go to like 26 lands for sure. For sure. We don't want to kill that. That'll just push them forward. They're probably just playing Rakdos mid-range with Kroxa in there is my guess. We might have Obnixilis in there. Okay, Mire Triton, not the worst thing, but we really just needed to draw a land there, so that's pretty sad. That's pretty darn sad. Throw a Bedazzle in the yard, that's good. It's a good start. I just don't know if we can stabilize without drawing lands here. No attacks. Maybe I even get rid of, like, 1 Rubble Reading, add a land. You just need 1 of these in the yard and it starts getting good. But you want enough to make sure you draw it too, so it's a little tough. A little tough. Okay, Field of Ruin, we'll take it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wait. We'll hurry up and wait. I will probably Field of Ruin at the end of their turn if they don't give me anything to Bedeck, just so that we can get our 3rd color out there. Probably grab another red just so we have double red. Are you serious? Come on. Gets rid of the big score, probably. 3 Thoughtseizes in about 10 cards they've seen. Thank goodness, they actually got rid of the Rubble Reading. That's great for us. That's great. We want that bad boy in the yard, but that does mean they're nervous about us hitting their lands, so they must be missing lands too. So that's good. Oh, we can only do that on our turn? Oh, only target non-basic. Well, that's sad. They might be running straight basics. Who knows? Let's just put this out there. We got to get a threat at some point. And we're just in that weird, sad place where you're waiting to top deck a land. Pretty unfortunate. Maybe they'll play a Hive of the Tyrant. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. If we would have drawn a land there, I would have definitely Rubble Reading. Because I think they're missing land drops too. And they don't have red yet, so they're definitely running other cards. Oh, wow. Very nice. We're going to discard... Ooh, what are we going to discard? I guess Rubble Reading. We want that in the yard anyway, long term. So it's got to be that, even though I do want to do that play. Surely they're running some dual lands, since they're playing 2 colors. Surely. Okay, yeah, good. Good for you. Good for you. There we go. Double black or double green. I guess double black for the Bedeck. We can now big score away the Bedeck Bedazzle unless they play something worth KOing. Draw us some cards. We're gonna fight out of this. Ooh, lovely. Do we hit that? I bet we hit that right now. Do we hit that or do we big score? I think we big score. Gonna big score, get rid of this Bedeck Bedazzle. Draw into some lands. Okay, great. My turn. Escape to the wilds. There we go. Get something rolling here. Finally. There's the bombardment, which we guaranteed get to play next turn. So I love that. Love that for us. And then we get to bombard and stomp next turn. I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling better. We've got pretty good chance to hit a Rubble Reading, start really messing with them. I think the deck might work this time. This is gonna work. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it. Sure. Yeah, bring back the Proxa, that's fine. We'll discard a Bonecrusher, that's fine. These are all protected at least, so that's makes me feel good. Love it, love it. My turn, okay, and we get to do a big awesome thing. So let's put down Bombardment. Awesome, and then let's stomp right now just to get some fun things going. And hopefully we'll get the land destruction spell. Heck yes. This is what we want. Goodbye, red mana. See you later. Another Rubble Reading? Sure, we'll do that again. Absolutely. Now I'm feeling wonderful, guys. This is really actually going to work, I think. Holy cow. We'll just hold these back for a moment. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Another swamp, so they can't play any red cards. That's cool. Feeling real fun now. We're going to double Rubble Reading this turn, so that's going to feel sick. That's going to be so good. This is exciting. So mean. Such a mean deck, but I love it. I love it. It's really good. Ooh, okay, got me there. But this one's already protected, so we still get to do it twice. But he did protect it from happening thrice, so good on him. Target a land, boom. Do the Arcane Bombard, and we get to discard and draw, but I actually don't want to discard this card, so I'm just going to do this. What are we targeting with the first one? We're targeting that left land, so then we'll hit this one. I don't want that because I want to keep this big score. I don't really need more lands at this point. And then I want a big score on their turn to blow up another land. I will take Bonecrusher to turn on another spell, and I just don't see how any way that we don't win this game at this point, keeping them completely off lands. But this is cool. I'm having a lot of fun with this. How silly is this? We're going to put a stop on their upkeep. And then we are going to big score. Can I big score? Okay, I guess we don't get... Why can't I cast that? I can't cast an instant on their main? I don't understand why that was that way, but sure. Maybe I... Oh, I didn't have anything to discard. I see. Silly goose. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Because I want to draw some cards, discard some cards. We're going to blow up another land. Good game. Let's get another. I'm going to make one more change just to add a land, but I'll just tell you what I change in the next game. Okay, so getting a game here. A little awkward, but I like seeing that bombardment in hand, so let's try it out. I did go up to 25 lands, and I just took out one Bedeck Bedazzle. So now we have 3 of those, but I think that's enough. I don't think we need 4 of those anyway, and so I think hopefully this will help us smooth out our draws just a little bit. So let's see if we can get another cool game like that last one. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play. Go Great Kali. No turn on place, but the sin tapped. Say a go. We get to blow up a land if they play anything silly. Thoughtseize. Yeah, that's a card. That's a card you get. Luckily, we have double bombardment, so they don't even get to hit that. Alright, we'll just throw in a Mire Triton, I guess. It's fine. Mill 2. All of our bombardments are now in the yard or in our hand. Oh, no. 3 of the 4. So that could get a little weird, I guess. Okay, we're playing against the Delver deck. That's pretty good. Since we have no plays, we're going to go ahead and blow up a land, keep them off colors, hopefully. They do get to go get a color, but it looks like they're playing Grixis. What do we have? We have all of our colors, but I want to get a second red. They get to set up all their colors, but this hopefully limits them to 2 colors. Oh, sorry, buddy. My dog was under me. I'm sorry, Whiskey. You're okay. You're okay, buddy. Yeah, he's not going to want to trade here because they want to flip that Delver. Okay, got lucky it didn't flip. The longer we can go without it flipping, the better off we are. Sure, doesn't bother us. Okay, now we just gotta get to turn 6 and draw something playable. I mean, we're halfway there to the dream. Is there anything in the yard that will get cast? There are no... Well, I guess Stomp gets cast. Royal Scions, that's pretty good. It's going to make this Delver hit quite a bit harder. Alright, just hoping to draw an instant or sorcery that we can play. Good lord, this is wacky. Okay, we can hang in there. If we just draw an instant or sorcery, we can get so much value. We got to get lucky. That'll be tough to deal with, but we can handle it. Oof.
Overcome any
Royal Scion's pretty close to ulting now, so that's a little sad. Okay, we get the bombardment down, and now we just need a spell to start doing stuff for us. We literally just need a spell. If we don't draw a spell, how sad would that be? All these cards and no instants or sorceries at all yet. Our odds are good. Our odds are good here. Getting to Stomp will be pretty important, because they're going to be right here ready to ult this Royal Scions, which will just be an L for us. So we need to Stomp this out of the yard. It's guaranteed. If we just draw an instant or sorcery, we're fine. But if we don't, we probably lose. It's going to come down to a top deck. Not a great place to be. Yeah, we got to draw instant or sorcery. That I don't think will do it. Especially with all their threats in the air. I just don't see how that would do it. So they got 3, 4, 5. And then if they draw 4, they got 6. So, I mean, they have the KO on the board if they ult the Royal Scions. Maybe they'll make a mistake. This is pretty sad to not draw a single instant or sorcery. 6 cards in the yard, a ton of lands, and none of them are what we need. I mean, if they just ult, they win. Okay, they did not ult. We have a small chance again. Small chance again. Instant or sorcery, come on. I still think we probably don't get there. But we get a chance to draw some cards now. And they're lands. Of course they're lands. Let's, I guess, try and see. I think we just get the Stomp. And then we just lose because they've got so much going for them. Right, Stomp is all that's in the yard. Even if they Stomp, even if we Stomp this, they get to swing in for 2. Yeah, they got us. Try again. Got all our colors. 3 lands is a good place to start. We can start with a Paradise Druid to ramp us, hopefully, into a Bombardment. I think this is a pretty good starting hand. We can even turn 1 Lovestruck Beast, turn 2 Druid, turn 3 Actual Beast. I think that's pretty solid. Let's go for that play. I think that's the play. Llanowar Elves. Beautiful art. I love that art. Very nice. Good luck to you, Fugos. Okay, this is probably Mono Green Devotion. They're probably going to play a Cavalier of Thorns very soon. Oof. They're doing a lot of stuff, guys. Okay, does this change anything? Probably not. I think we really want to ramp into a Rubble Reading next turn. Okay. Elvish Reclaimer makes it pretty awkward. I'm hoping they tap out here, actually. Ooh, okay, I think that means... So they can pay 2 and tap this and sacrifice whatever land we're going to destroy. So I don't think we can actually do that. I think we need to get an Heirloom Mirror turned on so that we can get some card draw / cycling going. And then I want to do this. I want to leave the Druid untapped just in case. And we're actually going to discard what? Probably Mire Triton here I think is fine. And then if we don't have a chance to do this next turn, okay, that's actually going to be pretty good, I think. Because we can bedazzle whatever we feel most scared about. But we got to start doing stuff before they get all their big threats out, or we're kind of in trouble. Okay, we did expect that. I don't know what land they feel is so important to get. Ah, that makes sense. That's a little weird for our strategy here because we can't blow that up, but I think we're still okay. Oh wow, they get to do that though. Very nice play. Very nice play.
Let's get moving.
Yep, that all makes a lot of sense to me. This deck is, funny enough, the ultimate counter to our stupid little meme deck we're playing. Because we're not going to have any lands to blow up. Because this has hexproof. Man, if only I had that thing that gives permanents lose hexproof. That's hilarious. Maybe I should play that. Lotus Field just isn't played that much in Explorer. It's a little bigger in Pioneer, I think. Okay, we can at least hit that. So that's fun and funny. We're at 5 mana this turn. We can -2, -3 something. We could also blow up the breeding pool, but then they still have access to 6 mana of whatever they need. So what's the play? I probably put out a Lovestruck Beast and then discard the Rubble Reading. Let's pay the 2 life here. I think we gotta try to draw a Bombardment. We'll discard this because it's not that helpful at this point. Okay, we've got 6 mana next turn if we can draw the Bombardment. There will be some lands to blow up, it's just Lotus Field with hexproof is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal against our stupid little meme deck. I will take this trade with you. You got a lot of threats on board. We're just trying to survive. You can get to keep our 1/1 is nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Didn't think about that. He gets what? Cavalier of Flame now. Sure. Very nice. Gets to effectively wheel. Very good, very good. We do have targets on lands to hit. Okay, let's draw first, see what we can find. Let's get rid of this Blood Crypt. It's unfortunate. Guess let's do just another Lovestruck Beast. We've got red, red, green, green, black, black. We've got all our colors. Doesn't really matter what we do here. We're just trying to survive, draw into a Bombardment. Luckily, they're not doing too much either, but this is just ramping them so hard. So hard. It's crazy. Then he's going to get to draw a couple cards. Yeah, this deck is cool. Drawing out the Lotus Field with the Reclaimer is pretty sweet. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Good on ya. Good on ya.
One drop ripples and grows.
Wow. We've got 5 mana again to do whatever they want. Okay, can we draw out of it? Not if we keep drawing all these stupid lands. I guess let's just bedazzle something, just because we can. Oh, we actually get to hit Kiora here. That's pretty helpful. It's not bad. Oh, I guess he just gets an Elvish Reclaim. How annoying. How annoying that they get to do that. That is stupid. Good game. Joke's on us, right?
Hands off.
We at least get to kill Kiora, but now they've still got all the mana they could ever want. See if he wants to trade with this Cavalier of Flam. Probably doesn't. Yeah, I don't see us working our way out of this one. Not enough card draw, I think. Not enough card draw, I think.
Well, this sucks.
Well, what do you got? White. I've not seen white yet. Okay, that was a joke. Practice. White? I don't know what this is for. 6 white. What is it? Cavalier of Dawn, probably. Probably just running a Cavalier deck. What you got for us? Just waiting on you, buddy. 7 mana. Yikes. Ah, just getting out another Lotus Field. Sure. Why not? Why not 3 Lotai Field? Oh. Seems like a huge mistake. Just seems like a huge mistake. Oh, we take a bunch of damage. Ha! Good game. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this silly video with a deck that didn't win very much, but have a great day.